Hello guys, hope you're all doing okay. Right, so, did a tiny amount of work off stream, really not much, but just figuring out kind of a fake Ct.06 thing. This little bright boy right here. It's pretty basic right now, so I'm not really going to go into how I've done it. Maybe later on when I've spent more time refining it, we can break it down a bit more. Today's stream will be short, because I just bought a new game and I want to play it. But I don't have time to stream for the next few days, so I figured I'll do a quick stream, make a little bit of progress, and then I'll see you in like next week or something. But yeah, so in terms of the plan for today, I'm going to start laying the groundwork for the Stroma shader, because currently it's just just set up like it's brown and that's it. I do want to start setting up the melanin and collagen density sliders, which just involves fucking about quite a lot with different values and finding what remaps work and that sort of stuff. But yeah, so we'll get started on that. We'll see where it goes. This stroma color is where a lot of it will change. And yeah, we have this Crips thing as well, which is gonna do quite a lot. But yeah, so I'm just gonna start assembling things really. So how are we gonna start this? First off, Alt save, and let's hide the cornea. Where are you? iGroup. Okay. That's not what I want. Go on. I need to enable save UI threads, don't I? So render save UI threads free. Cool. Keeps it a bit more responsive. So we'll remove the cursor catcher for now. Cool. So how are we going to do this? Basically, for now, I want to create a user float, user data float. I'm going to set this to use default. You don't need to type use default specifically, it's just a habit that I have. And then we'll say this one is collagen level. Okay, so data. We'll want another one of those, so data float. And this one will be, let's say, melanin level. Okay. So, how are we going to do this? We'll start with collagen. So I'm just going to stroma call brown. Okay. Stroma density global. So this is going to be the thing that we have to replace later. So I need to lay this graph out a little bit because it keeps getting auto rearranged. Let's remove U. So we have our density, all of which comes from here. Then this one is having the Crips removed. Can't remember if that's how it does it. I'm not entirely sure how that mult is working, but we'll ignore that. Okay. Range. Range. Stroma. Ciliary. Let me just double check the spelling of that. So we have that. Our basic density is going to be what has to change. So we know that 1,000 is what we want here. So let's create... oh wait, actually no, we need these two to feed into each other. So some kind of range is going to go to a max of 1,000. And minimum, we need to figure out the minimum. So we see how transparent we want this to be. If I set it to 1, it's basically doing nothing. 3, 10, 100. So we start to get something at 100. Let's go to 50. 50 feels about right. I can remount this stuff later, so I'll set it back to 1,000 for now. AI range, output, min, let's go 50. Okay, so range, output, stroma, density, base. Okay, we'll figure out how these two feed into it, because basically melanin and collagen both affect the density. Oh no, it's not the density, but from a look dev perspective, it is the density. Okay, so let's see. Let's get back to this guy. So for now, we'll plug just collagen into this. We'll figure out how to combine them later, but for now we need to create an output. So let's just throw that into input 1. Okay, so now changing this 1.5 to 1. Okay, we may need to gamma that a little bit, because 0.5 is more than twice as dense visually speaking as the 0 value. So we'll need to just apply a quick gamma. It shouldn't be too difficult to do though. Okay, so we have this guy, and we need the color for now. We need the color to come from 2 places. Maybe we should do color first. Okay, let's do... Okay, for now we'll scatter white. How many places is that going to? Oh, we don't want it to go to transparent. So scatter color needs to go to you. Let's delete that for now. Okay, so transparent. So scatter color to white. Okay, so the collagen level. So the collagen level also needs to drive a ramp, which goes from blue to not white. Yeah, ramp RGB. I can explain a lot of stuff later, but for now, just accept it. So no collagen is going to need to be some kind of blue tone. And this, a lot of collagen needs to be like something like here. We'll pick out these values later. Okay, so when we have no collagen, we want a lower density, which is correct. We want that to be more transparent and more blue. Let's see. I don't like this really deep blue that we're getting. Does that mean that this needs to go down? If that goes to like 20 or something. Oh, we're getting the pigment behind, aren't we? What color is that? Okay, that is super dark, so that shouldn't be an issue. It will take a bit of experimentation to find the right value for this. Let's go back to 50. One 1.8 maybe. Okay, let's multiply that. Okay, how's this gonna work? Why have I still got any blue there? Do we need to change this move, maybe? That might get a bit tricky. Do we need this to backscatter more than it currently does? Or do we need it to scatter oh shit, do we need it to scatter less? When is yes we do, don't we? Okay, for now, we'll keep that there. What's happening here? It's not picking the right value. Oh, there we go, okay. Is that coming? That's from the epithelium, sure, but like, is it caused by this guy? No. Okay. That's 0.25. Okay. We need epithelium. That's not where it's coming from. Where the fuck is that colour coming from then? Where is that colour coming from? I don't have any emission, but that shouldn't be doing anything anyway, right? I mean, that gives a beautiful effect, but it's not even remotely what I want. Where is that brown coming from? Is it going... If I just straight remove the epithelium, we are still getting it. Is it the light? If I just... Let's remove this lens geo for a moment. Interesting. Is it too saturated? Oh, the value's too high. So it needs to be inverted. Okay, yeah, because it's transparency. Okay. But that's not really... This is going to be a fun one. What if I increase the depth, like, a lot? Yeah, that makes the blue more intense. So does that result in less brown as I desaturate? It results in less blue as well. Volume shading is an absolute nightmare, it turns out. Okay, well, it's also too saturated. And as I reduce that, it becomes darker, which means we need to... Okay. So 0.2, 0.3. Yeah, we need to figure out a way to get rid of that brown, but we do have something that kind of works. Collagen color. Okay, so this one is doing nothing. Let's get the lens already in there, cool. That's the right color. And as we bring that up, we still end up with white. Okay, cool. So that's what we want. So then we need to add melanin into this guy. So melanin is going to be a much worse ramp, but let's do color ramp. Ramp RGB. So this one's going to be. Oh wait, no, I need to rename these. Ramp. Melanin color. Collagen, so I need to add ramp. Okay, and with 0 melanin, we want white. With a lot of melanin, we want not white. and we're clearly going to need some points in between. Okay. So that guy obviously needs to drive that. And this needs to drive scatter color. Okay. We'll put these, flip the order of them. Okay, so stromal density needs to be a combination of these two combined, but I'll leave that out for now, because that's just going to make things really confusing. Maximum melanin. Collagen's already set to 1. So let's hide the cornea, speed up the renders. And I'm going to search dark eyes. And let's just see. Let's see what color we get. Images. Is that actually like a real eye color? I guess so. We'll work to that. So it's too saturated. I'd still say a little bit too dark, but let's lower saturation. Redness. At some point we'll need to add like a melanin redness to this, but okay, and then let's set this to 0.5. We lower the collagen. Okay. So with these guys, we want to do a range, I guess. I'm going to plug melanin to R. Never mind. Let's do a multiply. For now, I'll split it 50-50. And then we need to combine to float. Hey mate, God, I'm exhausted from an 11-hour shift. That sounds like fun, yeah. Get yourself some rest, dude. Watching the stream is a pretty low priority compared to rest. I need to convert these to a float. Oh, shit. Color to float. Some. I'm going to separate these, I think. Yeah, let's separate that. Is it like a float operations? Float math. Okay. Edit, duplicate. Without network. Okay. Then we want to float math these as well. That should be set to sum. Oh, it's set. It's set to multiply. Good. 0.5. We want to clamp this. Okay, so lowering the melanin also lowers the density now. Now, if I set this to be 0.8, this needs to be 0.2, because they will always need to sum to 1. Set this to 1. Okay, so now I can change that. So we can creep that up. Let's say 0.5. It goes from blue to grey-ish. And I give it even more, it goes to white. This value would never happen on its own. You'd always have a bit of melanin at that point. But we can add melanin. I'm going to need to work on that ramp a lot. But let's go 0.5. Float math. Stroma density, melanin contribution. Okay, and then this one be collagen. Float math. Stroma density combine. Clamp. Stroma density. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to create a user color. So I guess in this guy's case, use default. R is melanin. G collagen. Use red channel for melanin amount. Use green channel for collagen amount. Okay, alt save. Let's kill the render. It's taking all the resources. Wondering if I could use... There's an image that was put out for wetter paper. Let me Google something. Hair melanin ramp. I just want to see the raw hair colors. I know I can get the ramp from Wetter's paper, an energy conserving model for hair or something. Yeah, let me Google that. I basically need to make that ramp right there. So let's do it. I could just like sample that image itself and create a ramp from it, but where's the fun in that? So put that there, make it way more yellow. Okay. One thing that might be better. What the hell's going on there? I hope you're beginning to see what the idea behind this is. And that I can achieve any eye color using 2 sliders. And then eventually a map where you just pick these values in different areas. definitely need to change the taper on that. So what I'm thinking for the melanin, I need to do a HSV. Let's do HSV to RGB. So I can plug floats into this. And I can create those from the red channel of this guy. So let's do a remap. Oh no, range, I guess. Okay. Let's throw collagen all the way to the top. Okay. Range. Melanin hue. And then we need a melanin value as well. Melanin value should be fairly simple. Oh. Yeah, of course. Trying to create a node that I'm currently creating. I'm trying to load a node. Range, melanin value. So let's plug. I miss Houdini, man. I could do float to RGB, but it's an extra node for no reason. Oh shit. Okay. So then alright, that's saturation. Saturation. Oh shit. I need to drive saturation as well. Okay. We'll return to that idea later. For now, put these here. So I kind of want to have two separate nodes as well, but for speed, this makes way more sense. So 0, that's correct, that's what we want. Then 1, that's also what we want. So we need to set 0.5. I have a reference somewhere for all this. So images, oh no, not images, load recent. At least I believe I have an image for this somewhere. I don't. Huh. Okay, well I've got a paper for this. So let's go ref. Got paper here. Should be something in here. Okay, so I'm not going to put this on the screen because it's kind of, well, it's not public. It's a paper. So this needs to go to 0.5. Interesting. You know you are data, right? Why is that ramp not linear? Oh, come on. See, that won't change. Okay, there's the switch. So 2.5? No? I need to find where this is. 2.16, 2.17. 218. Okay, so it's 2175. 218. All right. That's really weird. Why is that? Is it because it's user data color? If I go back to using user data melanin level, no, that's collagen. Okay, user data colors get color corrected behind the scene. It makes sense, but a little bit annoying. Either way, that's fine. This will do for 0.5. Let's do linear. Let's add a new one at 0.25. Mantle level. 25. Oh. 25. Okay. And this. Okay, now we need one for 7.5, don't we? That was startlingly accurate. Okay, let's go 7.5. I just want that to be a little bit, tiny bit darker, tiny bit more saturated. I guess this guy. Bit dark. It's still lighting though. It's not maybe that dark, but let's help it a bit. Okay, there we go. Why did I break the or is it just really front lit? Yeah, it is. Okay. So set you to 0. Play with our collagen levels, 0.5. Throw a cornea in there. I mean, that's all I planned for today, but it went a bit too smoothly. I mean, I don't like that I don't have a slider for these. If I create a flow constant, I want one that has a slider on it. I know I won't really get that, but that looks too defined. I think collagen's having too much an effect on this. Let's go 05, 95. If I show the caustic catcher. Now I do have to hook up the caustic catcher to... I guess we could do that now. I would need to composite these two. So I need to do a layer or a blend. Blend colors, I guess. So we want collagen below, melanin on top, then the level of melanin to be what blends it. And that guy. Okay. I had to spend some more time on that later. I basically just need this to have a little bit more stuff attached to it, basically. That's one cornea. Okay, can we remove that from this guy? It's not helpful here. Can get rid of you. Let's remove the caustic catcher for now. So that to me feels too saturated. This is the bluest possible eye, so maybe it's not. In fact, let's search bluest eyes. I have a feeling it is too blue. Yeah, mine's too blue. So let's go into that collagen color. We're getting something kind of right. don't like this behavior. But it looks like it might sample down. What role does value play in this? The higher saturation, the quicker that... Well, I don't want to reach 1. If I lower that saturation, it stays blue for longer. So this needs to be like way down here. Oh yeah, that's what it's doing. Okay, cool. Saturation is essentially changing how far each one goes, right? Yeah, the proportion of these. So we need that to be quite low. And then for this, so value becomes saturation. There we go, that feels better. Still too saturated. Okay, so we can increase the amount of collagen. So all the way to 1, becomes white. Again, not technically possible, but let me start adding some melanin. Not that much melanin. So here's where we start to get fucky. There's another thing called lipofuscin. I'm not entirely clear on the pronunciation of it, but lipofuscin tints things green, essentially. Let's see how these interact. Don't like that colour. That's a bit weird. Is that a possible colour? And it probably is. Let's see. Oh, it is. Alright. These feel a little bit strange. The next step for the iris would be, I mean, it's still quite a lot to do. The next step I think would be adding the collagen bundles, which are like kind of the strands that you see within it. Some of them are muscle fibers, some of them are veins and stuff. but most of it is just collagen bundles. Now there's some stuff that Maya will be quite limiting on. Really the collagen bundles should follow, to some extent in that top layer, should follow the crypts, which are the holes. Because of the way I'm building the eye, that's not possible because it's coming from shader. So unless I do the collagen bundles also in shader, which no, because collagen bundles are like scattered through the layer, and if I do a camera projection, it's going to go the whole way through, which isn't really what happens. Let's add a little bit more. What happens if I reduce the collagen at this point? Add more collagen. Yes, adding more collagen allows the melanin to be more dense as well. I am going to increase the contribution a little bit. I also need to figure out like how these two play together, because currently I'm just adding them together, which isn't going to be how it works. There'll be some funky math, but I don't have the intelligence nor the patience to figure out the actual math for it. All the resources, like holy fuck, that would take a lot. Okay, so 0.6 feels a little bit saturated. 0.5 feels fine. So why is 0.6 so damn saturated? Okay, 0.77, 0.58. Let's lower that. That's the thing, like, pardon the pun, but I am just like eyeballing these values. So there's not really much accuracy happening. I feel like there's a bit too much redness in this. Let's set this to a known value. Yeah, it does feel a bit red. Let's boost that to 24. $28. 0.5. That's a good point. Should all these numbers be about the same? Because it's the density that's changing. The actual color doesn't change. Obviously white's not going to do anything. Although I'm not sure how it blends, so yeah, we'll keep those all at 24. Because melanin redness will just blend between two of these ramps. One of them is hue shifted. And also a little bit darker. Which I could do with a little color correct. Let's try that. Yeah, color correct. Blend colors. So value. Hue shift we're going to do -8, let's say. What? Why is the blended going that way around? I need to adjust that in the other thing as well. Ramp. Which one's the red melanin? Where's the paper that I just had? Energy conserving hair model. I need the proportions of melanin, please. Pheomelanin. Color correct. Okay. That seems a bit sensitive. Okay. Then we need gamma, I guess, to go down. Actually, need to go up a little bit. Actually, no. Let's use exposure. Oh, multiply. Yeah, exposure. Let's do 0.5. Okay. Melanin redness of 1 is so dark. Oh, sorry, melanin amount of 1 is so dark. But then so many of these references are like pitch black, like you can't see shit. So something funky needs to happen when collagen levels are low and melanin levels are also low, but not 0. I feel like melanin's taken over too quickly. Is that a feature of... Let's test it. So that's like 0.3. I should really like that color. Okay, let's try... I'm going to head off in a minute. Oh, yeah, okay. This is reaching these colors too quickly. So I need to like gamma this curve. Okay, let's do, well, range. Need to bias the curve is what I should say. Okay, where's bias? There it is. So if I set this to 0.25. .25 is a bit aggressive. Although perceptually these are a little bit nicer to work with now. Maybe not here. Yeah, it goes really quick at the end there, so let's try 375 split difference. Yeah. Collagen levels need to be lower. The thing is, strictly speaking, the melanin needs to have a crazy effect on density. Because in the actual stroma, melanin is primarily deposited at the surface, like the very, very front. I think the anterior is the word for that, the anterior face of the stroma. I'm not sure how this should work. Set that to 1. So collagen level is technically not the right word. Concentration. Melanin concentration. Yeah, I think that's having a bit too much of an effect. Let's set this to 0. Just see how this turns out. So yeah, basically collagen level technically isn't the correct term. It's the chaos of the structure. Like collagen density, although it does vary, the blue, like the amount of light getting through it is caused by, as far as I'm currently aware, the kind of neatness, like how much the collagen is scattered. So if you've got like really homogeneous collagen, what's the word? There is a word for it. But if you've got collagen that's really neatly arranged, light goes through a bit easier. and therefore you get the Tyndall effect, which is the blue of the sky or the blue of your eye. And then as you add more chaos, entropy maybe is the right word. As you add more chaos, the light that goes in gets scattered a bit more uniformly, so you shift towards the actual light color, which setting a white transparency or grey transparency would do. Because if I put a red light on this, it will still look red. Then melanin actually does change the wavelengths that are absorbed, like directly. And because it's all deposited near the front, you end up with a very sudden, intense change of light. Which is why brown eyes look more like a surface and blue eyes look more like a kind of flowy, liquidy volume thing. Yeah, this feels a bit intense. Let's set that down to 0.1. Okay. I could automate this. In terms of like these two always need to add up to 1. Is actually quite easy to do, because I could just do 1 minus collagen and then plug that into this. That would save me a little bit of time. Either way. I'd say this is working, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think that's a good amount of progress for a single stream. Range, bias, melanin, call, input. Accidentally typed it how I said it. Yeah, I think this will work better. Sweet. Alright, I'm going to call that the end of stream, because we made some good progress. I'm quite happy with that. I'll have to record a video or something breaking down this one, because this won't come across very easily in images, in terms of like what's happening. But yeah, I think that's something. This density is still a bit much. We ended up back at the same original values. Sweet, yeah. I'm just going to call it there. I'm really happy with that. So basically, in the long run, we will replace these two with projected textures. Ideally, one projected texture. So the red channel drives these, green channel drives these. And then we could have a third channel, the blue channel, for the lipofusion. Need to figure out how I'm going to implement that. Like, do I add that as a modifier for the melanin, or do I add it as a modifier for the collagen, or do I add it its own thing, which like adds an extra layer to all of the setup? Which I'm not too keen on that one. We shall see. But in the meantime, thank you for stopping by, everyone. Oh, that's too blue now. That is next stream's problem. Yeah, cool. Well, I'll work on this in probably a few days. I'm going climbing tomorrow. Friday, not a clue, but it's the Friday before Christmas, so I'll probably be doing something. But yeah, so I'll probably be back after Christmas, I assume. But yeah, so that'll be it for today. Thank you for stopping by again. And yeah, I'll update Discord and LinkedIn probably when I'm gonna stream next. But cool, I'm rambling already. See you in the next one. Bye.